anything you're passionate about, take the step. You won't regret it. I started playing with my cousins when I was younger. So from there, I went to Thailand. When I moved to Thailand, I started playing in the schools there, started participating in sports, and from there I fell in love with the game and just wanted to continue playing it. I've been playing for around 7 to 8 years. Since I played in Thailand and we had practices there, it was part of my routine to go to practices, to join after-school programs and go to games and tournaments. When I came back to Oman, I didn't get to experience that here during my junior and senior year. So it was very difficult to continue because of the fact that not many people I met were passionate about football, especially girls. And I felt lonely playing it actually on my own. And at some point, I started hitting a low point actually, and I felt like maybe I should give up. And that was a really hard time to go through as an athlete, you know. Soccer is a team game, and it's supposed to be played by a team, and playing it alone can be difficult sometimes. It's not the same enjoyment you have when you play with a team. When I was feeling at my lowest, I decided to go to my sister. I went to her, I was like, you're a youth activist. Can you help me build a soccer team? And she actually did help. At that point, before I actually sought for guidance, I felt like I'm a 16-year-old. What am I supposed to do? I don't know how to start a team. I don't have any connections. I don't know where to go. So I did feel lost at that point. And from there, from my love of the game, I decided, to find girls my age who are also passionate about football, because there's no way it was only me, the only girl in Oman who loved football. I knew that there are girls out there that it's just, they need to be found. And that's where the idea of Oryx came. And my older sister did help me. We started up by sending out forms, surveys and stuff, and people shared it, many people did share it, and from these applications, we got a number of around 177 girls who did answer our questions. And it was very amazing. I was very amazed. My sister was amazed too. We were surprised by the number. The moment we saw the number of the applicants, that many girls, I was like, this is it, this is the sign. And then from there we had our first practice, and in our first training session at Zach Academy, we had around 80 girls, and there were many girls that joined. It was amazing to see that number of girls that were hidden, that I didn't know about, who share the same passion as me. And that day I knew that this is something we need to build. I think you should go and break the barrier, and stop worrying about how are you gonna do it and overthinking about what's going on. Just face your fears and go for it, because when you take that first step, you're not taking it for yourself only, you're taking it for other girls, because when you take it, many other girls are gonna be inspired to also take a step forward and pursue their passion. And this is something that we need to do as women here in Oman, and we need to do to break the barriers, start developing women's football, and many other sports like basketball, handball, and volleyball. Or it doesn't even have to apply to sports only. Anything you're passionate about, take the step. You won't regret it. So one of the challenges we faced was lack of female coaches. And unfortunately, we couldn't find any female coaches that are willing to volunteer and coach us. So we had to settle with a male coach. And from there, we lost a number of girls because of that. One of our biggest obstacles was lack of financial support. Because of that obstacle, we lost many opportunities. One of the tournaments that we missed was the Sustainable Development World Cup in Thailand. And another tournament was in Bahrain, actually. It was a futsal tournament. And unfortunately, because of the lack of financial support, we lost that opportunity. The women's football teams in Oman, they're actually taking their second steps of being part of clubs. And the clubs have been very supportive of us because we have many great players, many great passionate players, and we could develop it once we take these steps. One person takes a step, everyone else gets inspired and decides to pursue their passion. And I want girls to start doing that. We want to develop our skills. We want to be known for what we do, you know? One of our goals actually is to be the generation that's gonna change women's football in Oman. We want the next generations to have someone to look up to, you know? And we want them to look up to us, to be able to have someone from their community, from their culture, from their own blood that they can look up to and be like, they did it for us, so we should start doing it for the next generations too.